Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be going over the proposed changes for 12.8. So as always, if you enjoy the content, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out a ton on the channel. And be sure to check out the rest of the content as well. I am going to be back to streaming on YouTube primarily, starting around 11:30 or midnight most nights. Usually go until about 2 or 3. And I would like to try to stream during the day too, on several days, but... Here, let me just take this off. I feel like I'm yelling. I don't really need to hear anything for this video. But I will be streaming several days during the week. I got to figure out an exact schedule, and it might vary a little bit during the day, but I would like to put in some more hours, try to give you guys some more content, and just allow some people, especially our European friends, where it's tough to make it at night, just allow you an opportunity to come by and hang out with us at least a couple of times a week if you want. So anyway, stay tuned for that. I'll release a more in-depth schedule later, but let's go ahead and get in here. Okay, so with Kaiser, they are increasing the movement speed on his passive. I'm not sure what it is baseline, but that's significantly faster at level 6 and level 11, so maybe this will help him stick to people a little bit more. Mord is out of the meta right now overall, as far as I know. The items just aren't really great on him, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. He does have a very unique mechanic with his ultimate, so it can be fun to have him in the meta, I guess. He's not necessarily one of my favorites, but he does have something that's fairly unique, so I guess that's cool. Okay, Aatrox, they're not changing that. Vladimir's getting some more armor, so this will help him out in his AD matchups. I really haven't seen Vlad a ton recently. Obviously, I haven't played very much in the last week and a half while I was ordering the parts and building the computer and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not really sure what's holding him back, why he's not in the meta. I don't know if I can change his camera around, or maybe I can sit up more. I'm kind of out of frame, but whatever. It doesn't matter that much. So yeah, I'm not really sure why he's not in the meta. So maybe this will help him out a little bit. I think the items aren't amazing right now on a lot of mages in the mid lane. There are some people that are like okay with that, but I just don't think the items particularly suit him super well right now, but maybe this will help. Okay, Poppy. Now this one seems pretty significant in my opinion. So the WCD is going down by 4 seconds. That is a lot. Now, people are not going to be maxing that, I don't think, in a lot of situations. I don't remember if they max it. They might be maxing it second now. We'll see. But if you can get it down to 12 seconds, that's pretty significant. If you can get to like 40% ability haste, and I forgot how long it lasts. I feel like it's like 5 seconds or something. It's a long time. So you could have a lot of uptime on that circle potentially. And there's a lot of mobility champs out there, so... I know some people on the channel really like support Poppy. Maybe there's a W max. Let me see here real quick. I just want to see how long that's up. 2 seconds. Okay, so it's not 5. It feels like it's forever when I'm playing against her as Rakan. But anyways, I mean, it just feels like it would be a lot of uptime with that. And, I mean, you do get some extra damage when you stop them from moving. So I don't know. I don't think they're going to go to W, but that'll probably be her second one. That's sort of an interesting use case for her. And then you're also getting the R1 knockup is for 1 second now. You're getting the missile speed being 2,500. That's a lot. That's going to be a lot easier to hit that with 2,500. The knockback distance, that's just insane. That's going to like throw somebody like off the map. It's going to put them back in the fountain, 3,400. And the channel refund, I guess if you are spinning and you don't throw it, then you don't get refunded as much. So I don't know, interesting changes to Poppy. Poppy is a relatively interesting champion in the game. She does hard counter a lot of, you know, mobility champions, which is a lot of people. So I'm not a big fan of her being popular in the meta when I'm playing Rakan, but she is interesting and she is a way to answer, you know, mobility. So it's probably a good thing to have her as a more viable option. Okay, Sejuani, the passive, is scaling down to 6 seconds. I don't think this is going to be enough to bring her back into the meta. It's possible. Can I, like, tilt the... I'm still trying to figure out this setup. Here, I guess I could just, like, sit back more. Because I'm recording it from my second monitor, because my main monitor is, like, this TV mounted on the wall now, so I can't put it on top of that, or it would be, like, looking down eagle eye on me. So still trying to figure this out. Maybe I could do it like this and then like zoom in more or something next time. But anyways, it's okay. I still don't think she's going to be in there. She just doesn't have as much damage as some of the other potential tanky champions, and you don't need a lot of hard tanks out there anyways, because kind of bruisers can still be very tanky in general. So it's okay, but I don't think it's going to bring her back into the meta. Alright, Fiddlesticks, W healing against champions is going up a pretty decent amount, so this will help him out in duels. It might help him out in team fights a little bit more. I don't think Fiddlesticks is that bad. I don't have the exact stats on him, but every time I look at Fiddle, it feels like he's almost always like 53% or something like that, so... It's like 51. I mean, I just don't think he needs that much help. He's okay. It's just, again, like the mage items are not great, I think, a lot of times, and that hurts him. But in general, it's fine. So, sure, give him a little buff. And then we've got Zoe. So the Q mana cost is going down quite a bit, so she's going to be able to spam that more. And then the R mana refund is down. Zoe, I think, is a fairly interesting champion. I know some people really hate her out there, but she's alright. It'd be decent to bring her back in. Again, it's a theme here. A lot of mages are underpowered. Why don't you just buff the mage items instead of buffing every mage? But anyways, okay. So, Kassadin, the Q is doing a little bit more damage, or the shield is better, so not more damage, but he's going to be tankier. That's fine. I'm really... okay if Kassadin's not in the meta. I hate that champion when he's in there. It's just there's so little counterplay to him when he gets to level 16, and it's just hard to shut him down and close out games when people throw so often in solo queue. But anyways, okay, so sure, I guess. The Q ratio on Vel'Koz, the AP is going to 90%, and the W initial ratio is going to 20%. That's a very big ratio on an ability that's that spammable, so... if you're able to hit a lot of Qs, I think Vel'Koz is still a little off meta. It's just so easy to like play around a lot of his stuff. But if you're a good Vel'Koz, if you're constantly hitting everything, he's okay. Especially in the support role, whenever you get to just sit there and harass both people over and over again. He is a pretty annoying, presence, especially in the early game. So that's okay. I'm all right with them buffing him a little bit, I guess. He has a very expressive champion. Zara at the E stun duration is going up 0.7 or 0.25. That's quite a bit. I mean, a 2.25 stun on that guy is pretty good. Again, he is a little off meta, but he's also very obnoxious. Like, he's still okay if you're a good Zerath player and you pair him with a pusher like a Caitlyn or something like that. He can still be pretty good, so I guess that's fine, but I don't think he needs that many buffs. Silas, 20 seconds less early on his RCD. That's really huge. And I feel like Silas is not that bad if you're a good Silas player right now. So it's pretty interesting they're buffing him that much. That is a lot. So yeah, but he is also a very interesting champ, right? Like being able to steal other ults and use them appropriately. He's got some good skill shots. The most annoying thing to me about Silas is the healing on his W. So I wish they would buff the other parts of his kit and then just get rid of the healing. Because kind of that tanky Silas that heals for like half his bar or something is definitely pretty annoying. But anyways, okay, sure. And then we've got Ezreal is going down on the timer down on the ult. I guess that's okay. I don't think Ezreal needs a lot of buffs. I think he's got like pretty good itemization right now. But okay, sure. That'll just allow him to clear some more waves and get his ult back faster late game. Okay, Tristana getting 4 more AD per level, or zero point 0.4 AD per level. I don't think that's going to matter. That's not what's wrong with her. Like, the problem with Tristana, they need to just make it to where her explosive shot, I would honestly just get rid of it. Sorry, there we go. I gotta have this blanket here, just because the cat likes to jump on this chair, and she just puts claw marks all in it, because she's old, and she doesn't have, like, the leg power to just fully jump up, so she's gotta, like, pull up by her claws on things. So I gotta always have the cat blanket ready to go, so she doesn't tear up the chair too much. But anyways, so I think that the big problem with Tristana, a huge problem, is that you can't really control the wave. So you're just kind of forced to push, or if they manage to push you in, it's really hard to last hit because of that explosive shot. So I wish they would just get rid of the automatic explosion and just make where you use the cooldown on the wave, where maybe it does bonus damage to minions or something like that, so that it would still give you the ability to clear the wave quickly if you wanted to, but you would not be forced into doing that. Now, you would have to use a cooldown to do it, obviously, if you're, doing it that way, and then you're going to be wide open if they want to all in you. So that's an interesting choice, but I would just rather them give her some other power somewhere else and not force her to use that explosive shot. I think that's the biggest thing, is she just doesn't have any wave control. So if they fix that, I think she could be a lot better. She has a lot of very interesting things in her kit. She can buffer CC with her W if you use that correctly. So that's skill expressive. She has that knockback with her R. She ends up getting pretty long range. She doesn't have a lot of AoE damage in fights, so that's something where she falls behind compared to someone like a Jinx. But I think just being an all-in burst champion early on is pretty useful. Sadie, get away from that. So yeah, I guess that's okay. Buffing her up a little bit. Okay, Jhin, the CC duration is going up. Why are you buffing Jhin, man? He's already fine. I think he's pretty good. That is just obnoxious. Okay, hold on. Wait, they're lowering it at early levels, but they're raising it at later levels. Maybe that's okay. So he wouldn't get level 2 on the W until... He wouldn't get 2 points in W until level 8. He gets all 3 abilities first, then maxes Q, and then you gotta get your ult, and then another point in Q at 7. So maybe that's okay. It just give him some more later, but he wouldn't have as much, brutal CC during the laning phase. Maybe that's okay. The E cooldown, so the traps are a little bit lower. The WE is no longer reduced against monsters. Huh. That's kind of weird. Are they trying to bring him in the jungle, or they just want you to be able to go, take your junglers' camps more efficiently? I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but okay. Bard, the passive damage is going up marginally. You get 5 extra to start, then every 5 chimes you get 2 more. So in the mid game, if you have 60 chimes or something like that, you're gonna get 24 more damage. It's pretty good. I don't think Bard's horrible right now. Really, it's just a lot of the mobility. So many champions can just get away from your ultimate, so it's really hard to land that. But I don't think Bard's horrible. That's an interesting way to kind of buff him, I guess. Give him just a little bit more damage for proper chime collection. Okay. It's probably alright. Encourages him to take more risk, go get more chimes. Then he can maybe build tankier and still get some good items. Okay, that's fine. Max heal is up 5 early. Now, it's a lot later at 25, so if you max this second, but that is I think that's a fully charged heal, right? So I don't know if this is going to give you anything on just the point-click heal, because later in the game, it's almost never fully charged. If you're sieging or defending a siege, I guess, but it's that point-click W that makes it more helpful. But anyways, okay. Pike. Okay, no Pike yet. Soraka heal is getting absolutely gutted. Destroy... What? I mean, I know Soraka's got a good win rate, but my god, that's insane. Am I reading that right? 140. Wait, is it going to this? It says it's a nerf. Wait, hold on. Am I reading this wrong, or did they do this wrong? It has less AP scaling. Hold on, I gotta look this up. Are they giving her 70 extra healing? Or are they taking... I thought they were taking away 70 healing. But that's not what it looks like. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because it said it was a nerf, so my mind just went to automatically taking it away. But maybe they're giving her 70 healing in exchange for, like, having less AP scaling. Because I think that would be a massive buff. Like, an insane buff if they do that. But I thought that it was already 210. That's why I'm confused. Yes, I don't know where they're getting these numbers. They must just be wrong. Because it's 240 right now. Oh, yeah, okay, I got you. That's just a typo. Okay, so it's supposed to be 205 to 240, not 140. I was just like, what the hell? They're lowering it from like 200 something to 140? Okay, so someone just didn't double check their tweet here, I guess. Okay, so they're going from 240 to 210 maxed out. That's still a pretty big nerf. It's not 70, but like 30 is still pretty big, and like the 5% on AP, you're probably going to get like 100-ish AP in a game, maybe with runes and items, maybe less than that, depending on what you decide to get. So that's like maybe 5 AP or something. So that's not like that big of a deal. But the 30 is that's pretty significant. I mean, Grievous Wounds already counters her pretty hard. They just nerfed Moonstone a couple of patches ago. I mean, is she that much of a problem right now? Because, like, immediately when I see this, I'm thinking Sona, right? Like, Sona's got to be a similar win rate or higher. Like, why are they nerfing Soraka and not Sona? Yeah, they have the same win rate, so I don't really get it. Like, I would just nerf Moonstone again. Honestly, like, what I've been saying is nerf Moonstone again, and then buff, like, Ardent Censer and Staff of Flowing Water. Give Ardent Censer and Staff of Flowing Water. I know it's a little bit bright. I haven't figured out how to fix that yet. So sorry if that's weird, but OBS has been doing some weird things with this new computer. But just nerf Moonstone again. Take away another 5% healing on a fully stacked Moonstone. And then just give Ardent Censer 10 ability haste and Staff of Flowing Water 10 ability haste. And just like take 5 AP off of them or something. Because it just feels like those items just feel so horrible without ability haste. So just do something to balance it out. Nerf something else about them, but just give them ability haste. And that would make them a lot more competitive. So anyways, I don't like that they're just nerfing Soraka and leaving Sona alone. Especially that big of a nerf. Because, I mean, Soraka is picked more. I don't know. I think she's probably fine. I mean, 54% is a little over the line. But again, I think that the big problem is most likely Moonstone. I mean, what's her win? The thing is, Shirelia's is probably a similarly high win rate. Yeah, it's actually a little bit higher. So I don't know. Maybe it isn't Moonstone. I guess. I mean, I know people on the channel really like Soraka. It's just, I feel like if you're going to nerf Soraka, you kind of have to nerf Sona too. But anyways, Jinx is losing 50 base health, which is crazy, but at the same time, why the hell does she have 610 base health? Like, that's a lot. That's more than most bruisers. I think that's even more than a lot of tanks. So that's just nuts. A lot of ADCs I think are like in the 500 to 550 range. So yeah, they should bring her down, especially because they buffed her range. They buffed her early game a lot. Like she got that extra 25 range, and that's huge. She's still really good with lethal tempo. Yeah, I think that's fine. She never should have had that much HP. I mean, I get it back in the day if she was like considered a weaker champion in the lane, but they've done so many things to buff her early game that she doesn't need, hard tank level of HP. Okay, the Zaya Q. Now, I've been seeing this. I think I saw this some in Pro, like people going for the lethality Zaya build. I'm not sure. So they're probably nerfing it for Pro. I'm not sure how good it is in solo queue. But I feel like she's not going to have that high of a win rate in solo queue. It's higher than I thought. I thought she'd be like 49 or 50. Because she is a pretty hard champion to play. What's the discrepancy here, though, on these items? It's pretty big. I mean, a lot of people are going for that lethality build. I think Mirror Mana is a little pushed. I think it's a little on the strong side on a lot of champs, but I'm not sure they need to nerf it too much. It seems like any champ that can figure out a way to like build Mirror Mana seems to end up being a little bit better. So I guess, that's all right. I guess they can nerf that. I thought that was kind of a cool interaction, turning her into more of a caster. That's a lot, though. That's 20 base damage and the cooldown going up. So that's probably going to kill the lethality build. So she'll probably disappear now. I think a big part of it is that crit just takes so long to come online. Like, you still kind of need 3 items for a lot of crit builds to really start kicking in, and so you're seeing a lot of people kind of skewing towards these champs that don't run traditional crit, right? You've got like Zeri is really strong right now. I think Ezreal's okay. You had Kaiser going AP. Now you've got Zaya. So they should probably buff the crit items a little bit. Just lower the cost, like make Infinity Edge 3,200 gold or something like that. Like these items, I don't know how much all of these cost. Does it have the cost on there? I don't really want to look it up right now. I think Muramana is on the cheaper side. Eclipse, I believe, is like 3,100 or something. So the lethality items are usually just like 200 or 300 gold cheaper than crit, even though they're like really strong and come online a lot faster than crit. So seems like that's a little imbalanced. I mean, the thing is, like your hurricane items, your rapid fire cannon, like that kind of stuff is okay, but you can't go for like double zeal items right now. I think it's kind of bad, so you have to get that Infinity Edge. So maybe just lowering the cost of Infinity Edge down to like I said, 3,200. Maybe that's enough. So again, a lot of that's probably for kind of solo queue-ish. Samira does get crit. I guess a lot of these, Jinx obviously gets crit. I guess it's fine. They're like most of these champs are getting like crit builds, so that's fine. Whatever. I don't think they had to nerf Zaya, but it's probably for Pro. Okay, AP Kaiser. Now you guys can't see that down at the bottom. I guess I could just move this a little bit. There we go. So AP Kaiser, missing health damage. So that is basically killing the AP build here. We've got missing health is kind of whatever. I don't think that matters as much. But the AP ratio is massive. Going from 70% down to 45 is annoying. And then the RAP ratio, so your shield is going up. So you get better defense with it, but you're not going to be able to poke as much. And I think that's probably fair. Like, it does feel really weird that an ADC, can get an ability that's on like a 2-second cooldown if you hit people with it, has a huge hitbox, and pokes more than like most mages right now. It'll do like 3/4 of someone's health. And like your missiles still do pretty good damage too. So the build feels a little wacky. I mean, it's like it's cool in the sense that it's kind of unique, but at the same time, I just feel like normal Kai'Sa builds are just like not great. I see her played a lot, but she always just feels a little underwhelming. So I'm not entirely sure that like you need to nerf it. It's annoying. It looks OP, but then statistically, when you look at it, it's like, wait a minute. Is it though? Right? Like a lot of people you know, I guess you'll go Mur mana, and then like people were doing like Ludens or Nashers or something. But like, look at these win rates. It's like 52, 52, and then like, you know, collectors 56. So a lot of crit items are just better, or at least on par. I don't know. It is obnoxious, but at the same time, like, she's really weak early game. I'm not entirely sure that it needed to come to that, but okay. And then Swain, I don't know what they're doing to Swain. We'll just have to see when that gets released, because I'm not going to flip through a bunch of other tweets unless he specifically said it. Oh, here we go. Okay, I will flip through it real quick. Oh my god, what do we got? What do we get ourselves into here? Okay, so he can no longer pull crowd-controlled enemies. Okay. The pull no longer deals damage. That's kind of lame. I mean, that was something that was unique about him, is he can chain together other CC. Healing for a little bit more. Okay. Health per soul fragment is more. Okay, so he's tankier. So I guess that's would make him a better like solo laner or something like that, rather than because the pull doesn't matter. Well, I guess it would matter with if it's just you, right? I don't know. Vision of Empire. Mana cost is down a lot later. Now pings to display enemies in range. Okay. Can now be reactivated to pull all champions rooted by Nevermore. Okay. So you can basically still root. You just can't like pull off of allies. So okay. Cooldown is reduced by 20% during Demonic Ascension. Okay, so you can do this more while you're ulting. I guess you can keep them close. That seems weird, but okay. The cooldown is down a lot on Demonic Ascension. Drain per second is down. Wait. Yes. Down a lot. Drain. So the damage is down. Wait, why are there two different arrows? What? Which one is it? I guess they're thinking about it. Okay, so it's down at early levels, but scales harder. Doesn't grant you any health. Okay, that seems really bad. Upon casting Demonic Ascension, Swain gains 50 demonic power. Demonic Ascension lasts as long as Swain has demonic power, which drains at a rate of 10 per second. While draining an enemy champion, he gains 20 demonic power per second. So it doesn't cost mana now? Is that what it is? Is he like a manaless champion? No, he's got a mana cost on his Q. Just the ult doesn't cost mana? Or does it cost mana and you have to have demonic power? So, like, what are they trying to do here? Like, what's going on? Okay, Demon Flare is also down a lot in damage. Slows enemies. Okay, it doesn't end Demonic Ascension. Oh, they say over here what they're trying to do. This version of Swain aims to pull some of his burst power into investing in Swain's fantasy of becoming a drain tanking terror while in R. How often Swain can use R. Okay, that is true. Okay, and he can stay in form for a long time. I'm reading this stuff. Helpful criticism. It seems bad. It seems bad. Like I'm not a Swain expert, but like there's nerfing too many things. Like I get it if you can stick to them the whole time. That is a powerful mechanic. I think it just cost him mana, right? Like, and if you just had a lot of mana, you could keep it up long enough for the fight. I think, but it's a lot less damage, like for sure. I guess. I mean, early on, like in early levels, it's way less damage. But later, you do have 5 higher base, but it's also less AP. So even if you had like 100 AP, which is low, I feel for Swain, like you're still losing damage. So it's a lot less damage, and I don't know what's going on here, but it feels like later it's more healing. But you don't get like 275 health. That is a lot. Now, yes, your soul fragments. I don't know how many of these you get in a game, but you're gonna need a lot. So I mean, you're gonna need like 50 fragments or something. Maybe not quite that much. 40 fragments to make up this number, 275. 40 times 7 is 280. Yeah, so that's pretty close. So you're going to need, at 40 fragments, I guess it's more health. And you always have this, even when you're not in form. So I guess that's good. I just don't know how many fragments, I don't remember how many you get, right? So you get a fragment from, ripping souls out of people when you hit them with, like, CC or something? I can't remember how you get the fragments or how it stacks, but it seems weaker to me. Like, maybe I could see, like, late game, solo lane Swain, level, like, 16 or something like that. Maybe this is stronger. But definitely for support Swain, it seems weaker. And I think, in general, he's supposed to be a lot weaker in the early game. So, I don't know. Seems bad, but you probably want to read, some, like, Swain Reddit page or something to figure it out for sure. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe. Come by, check out the stream. Like I said, right now it's from about 11:30 to 2:30, 11:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I am going to try to do some afternoon streams as well. Sometimes I can't because, it's just going to be different. So I'll try to post a schedule and do, like, I'll use that premiere feature on YouTube to let you know when the next stream's coming up. But I do have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I can't do it on those days. But most Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I can probably do it. Weekends, it depends on what the family's doing. And then some Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I might, like, next week I have student conferences on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there will, and then, like, I think a couple of weeks after that, I'll have, like, final presentations from students. So there will be, that'll happen, like, during the day. So there will be some times where I can't do it during the week. But I'll try to keep you posted on that. So we're here every night, should be, now that I've got all the technology set up and all that stuff, we should be here, 95% of the time at night from the 11:30 to 2:30, but then I'll have some afternoon streams as well. And like I said, I'll use the premiere feature, and during my night streams, I'll try to have, like, a little schedule posted up on the side while we're in queue. That'll sort of let you know when I'm probably going to be streaming during the week. So again, I can't promise it all the times. My day schedule's a little erratic because of, adulting stuff. But I will, I want to, give you guys some more hours, more content. I'm going to try to release, like, some updated guides, and some other things as well. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.